Well, I'm pretty happy that I could actually just play my game. It was the first match, so it's never easy. But I feel like I found I found my rhythm, and it was a pretty solid performance.
Hey, Iga, Richard Vassman from Yahoo Sports Canada. Prior to the tournament, you spoke about focusing on improvement rather than just focus solely on winning. Today, it seemed like a 64-minute masterclass. Did you see some of that improvement that you desired in your own game today?
Yes, I did for sure. I feel like there's always a lot to improve, and I'm pretty happy that I was able to put one of the volleys that I played in because it's not that often. And yeah, well, I don't want to talk about the details, but we're working on many stuff, and I'm gonna try to show you that on court during this series.
Iga, obviously, big news with Serena's essay yesterday, and I was curious, kind of what your reaction was with that, and just your thoughts on Serena, just generally in her career.
Wow. I feel like I could talk for for 30 minutes about that, but she's such a legend, and I'm pretty sad on one hand that I wasn't able to kind of play against her, and maybe I'm gonna have a chance, but to kind of be on a tour where she was winning everything. But on the other hand, I would probably be the player that loses in quarterfinal against her, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, I mean, her legacy and basically looking just at numbers, everything that she has done, but also off court, and being such a superstar, and being able to kind of do business and tennis at the same time, but also be a mother and play well, and do four Grand Slam finals. It's amazing, and I think it's a pretty. I think nobody is gonna repeat that, So. I would be happy to have that belief that that maybe I can do that, but it's Serena, and she won so much that it's amazing, and yeah, I just hope we're gonna play.
And Iga, just in terms of your preparation and the days that you've had before playing your opening match, just without getting into too much detail, but just kind of how have those practices felt over the course of it? Who have you been able to practice with, and how much more confidence did you have going into this match than maybe when you landed in Toronto with where your game was at?
Well, basically, I was kind of surprised, but from the first practice I played here, I felt really good, and even though there was jet lag and I was coming back from clay, I felt like I'm in a good place, and I feel like it's this whole tournament and city that is giving me that, because I really like being here, and yeah, practice by practice, I felt like I'm kind of feeling the court better and better, so that's what I was here for, for this week. And yeah, I played against oh my god, now my mind is blank. Pegula, Ons, Pliskova, so big hitters, but also Annette, and that was pretty solid practice. And I can't remember anything else, but yeah, I feel like I'm pretty glad that I have an opportunity to play against the best players on practices, because I feel like we're motivating each other.
Any more questions in English?
Last time you were here, if I recall, you were doing a little bit of vinyl record shopping in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is that something that you can still do now that you're, world number one and not like a teenager coming on fresh on tour? And is that something that you still like doing on tour?
I feel like I'm not like geeky anymore, as I was a few years ago. But I still want to come back to these places, and I don't know if my music taste has changed since then. So I don't know if I'm going to find something new, but for sure I want to do that because listening to these old records is more experience than everything else. So yeah, we'll go back there for sure.
Chico Nishanda from Score. Iga, when you were here last time 3 years ago, you played Naomi. Looking at your progress in the last 3 years, like how big was that match for you to kind of give you the confidence that you could succeed at this level?
It was a lot. Both of the matches that I played here in main draw against Caroline Wozniacki and against Naomi, it was like a breakthrough for me. And I remember I got injured after US Open, and I just watched highlights of these matches for a couple of months to kind of remind myself that I was going the right path and that I'm improving. So it really gave me extra motivation, because even though I lost this match against Naomi, I remember I was just happy that I could, play such a tight match against her, and she was world number 1 back then, so it was a big deal for me for sure.
I think we have some questions in Polish as well. Oh, sorry, one more English. Yeah.
You'll play either Beatrice Haddad-Maia or Layla. If it is Layla, I don't know how that first set went out, but if it is Layla, can you talk a little bit about what it'll be like to play somebody who was kind of a junior contemporary and, on the WTA Tour, on her home soil?
Well, we already played in Adelaide, so I don't have many memories from her kind of junior career. She's 1 year younger, so in juniors that's a lot, and I usually played with older girls. So basically, I'm just gonna treat this as any other match. It's always tough to play somebody who has a huge crowd behind her back, but also there are many Polish people here, so I feel their support, and I'm just gonna play my game and kind of continue what I was doing here and on hardcourt season this year.
Z Gazeta Polski Dziennik w Kanadzie. Pani Igo, gratulacje przede wszystkim.
Dziękuję.
I chciałbym zapytać o taką kwestię. Jest Pani orędowniczką Ukrainy. Nagłaśnienia tego tematu wojny i tak dalej. Jak to jest odbierane przez Pani koleżanki i kolegów na korcie?
Na korcie?
Tak.
No myślę, że na korcie nikt o tym nie myśli, ale jeśli pyta pan o to, nie wiem, jakie są nastroje w szatni, to jakby bardzo dużo osób podchodzi do mnie i mówi, że fajnie, że wspieram i że robię takie inicjatywy i że staram się pomóc, więc bardzo się cieszę, bo mam nadzieję, że wszyscy nawzajem się doceniamy. Też ja podchodzę do innych dziewczyn i na przykład ostatnio powiedziałam Biance Andreescu, że fajna jest jej kampania z Tennis Canada odnośnie zdrowia psychicznego, więc każda z nas ma rzeczy, które ją w pewnym sensie interesują i są dla niej ważne i czuję, że dziewczyny to doceniają, więc cieszę się. Dziękuję.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.